Hi everyone, my name is Laura, and during this 30-minute guided movement practice, we will be focusing in on the nervous system, and especially in on the vagus nerve. And if you're not familiar with the vagus nerve, it is the largest cranial nerve that travels from the brain all the way down to the gut. And this is our brain-gut axis nerve, and it involuntarily controls mostly all of our functioning, everything from our digestion, our endocrine system, our breathing, and it actually makes a pit stop to all of our vital organs on its way down. It has nerves that branch off to all of our different vital organs. And though this is a nerve that we don't have any control over, we can actually tone and improve this nerve. So just like we can exercise our bodies, we can tone our vagus nerve. We can do this through various things such as movement, herbs, breathing, humming, chanting, singing. There's actually a ton of different ways to tone the nerve, but we'll be focusing in on doing some breathing together, some guided meditation focusing on the vagus nerve, a little bit of gentle movement, and also a humming technique that works really well for toning. So we'll get started today in a comfortable seat. So whatever that looks like for you, you can sit on the shins, maybe propping your bottom up with a block or a pillow, or you could sit cross-legged. So just take a moment to get comfortable. Face the tops of the hands down on the thighs. And if it feels good, you can allow the eyes to close down or take a soft gaze out in front of you. Just giving yourself a moment to arrive, to take in the space you've arrived in, noticing any sounds, the sound of my voice, and welcoming any sensations, any emotions, any thoughts you've arrived with today. Always knowing there's no wrong way, no right way. Just becoming curious. And then start to tune into your breath. Beginning to notice its natural rhythm. To form a deeper connection, perhaps you place one hand on your belly, your opposite hand on your heart. Noticing where the breath lives. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Again, no right or wrong. Before we begin moving, let's take a round of collective breath together. As we inhale, we'll drop the breath down into the belly. Deep inhale. Open mouth, let it go. Let's take one more cleansing breath together. Deep inhale, fill all the way up. Open mouth, let it go. Beautiful. Place the hands back down on the lap or by your sides. And start to drop your chin towards your chest. Opening up the back of the neck, the back of the throat. Gently drop your right ear over towards your right shoulder, feeling that space you're creating through the left side of the neck. Stay for a full inhale. Cleansing exhale. Gently roll your chin back to center and over to the left. Feeling that space you're creating through the right side of the neck. Deep inhale breath. Open mouth, exhale. Drop your chin back towards your chest. And then gently lift the head back to neutral. Allow your shoulders to soften. Find a little extra length in your spine. Draw the crown of your head towards the ceiling. And with the next inhale, reach the arms overhead, squeezing your biceps by the ears. Nice. Go ahead and interlace your fingers, flip your palms so they face towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, start to round down, dropping the palms out in front of the heart, scooping through the belly. Thinking cat pose here. Nice. Next inhale, start to lift the palms back up, find an arch in the spine, thinking cow pose. And exhale as you round, gently tuck your chin in towards your chest. Once more, inhale, find the arch in the spine, maybe gaze up at the back of the palms. And exhale as you round down. We'll stay here for a moment. Drop the right shoulder down, lifting the left. And then find the opposite, drop the left shoulder down, reach up through the right. Finding a little stretch, a little rotation through the mid-back as you just move gently from side to side. It's almost as if you're driving a school bus. One arm lowers, other arm lifts. When things feel even between the two sides, bring it back to neutral. Gently start to lift the head, and then allow the arms to fall by the sides. Plant your right palm down on the earth by your right side. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and over for a lateral side bend through the left side body. Creating space through that left side. Notice if that left shoulder is starting to drop, can you gently peel it back behind you and create some space for your breath. Another deep inhale here. As you exhale, simply allow the hands to fall, the left hand to fall out right in front of you. Sweep it over to the left side, plant it by the left side. Sweep the right arm up, sweep it over. Same stretch, just opposite sides, still grounding down through both of your sit bones. Finding a little more length through the right side body. Stay for that inhale. Open mouth, exhale. One more breath in here. Exhale as you sweep that right arm down, over to the side. Inhale, sweep both arms overhead. And exhale as I cascade down in front of the body, find a neutral tabletop, bringing those palms just below the shoulders. The knees are just below the hips. Gently tucking the chin in so you find length through the cervical spine, the back of the neck. Everything is long. As we inhale, we'll drop the belly low, lift the head, lift the tailbone. And exhale as you press the earth away from you, start to round through your spine, through cat pose. Gently gaze back at the thighs. Inhale, belly drops low, dip. Lift the head, lift the tailbone. And exhale as you press the earth away, rounding. Nice. Go ahead and tuck the toes under this time. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. And then start to press your hips back towards your heels. Round up, lift the pelvis, rounding through cat. And exhale, lower the belly, send the hips back, creating a rippling motion. Adding a little more fluidity to your cats and cows, maybe allowing things to flow a little more organically. Allowing the eyes to close down, not focusing on how these poses look, but rather how they feel within your body. Taking a moment to explore, maybe rocking from side to side, waking up through the spine. Still focusing on those beautiful, full, deep rounds of breath. And take about 3 more rounds. Maybe moving in the opposite direction to create balance between the two sides. Nice, last round of breath. Take that freedom to explore. Bring yourself back to a neutral tabletop. Go ahead and tuck the toes under. Start to press the hips up and back. Find a downward facing dog. Spreading wide through your fingers. Press down through the meaty part of the palm. The belly presses up and back towards the thighs. Maybe you bend one knee at a time, pedaling out your dog, exploring how this feels through the back of the hamstrings, the back of the calves. Then your head falls heavy between the biceps, allow it to relax. Come back to stillness, pressing your heels down towards the earth. It's okay if they don't touch. Take a round of breath here. As we inhale, we fill up that low belly, you draw it up through the chest. Open mouth, let it go. Place a bend in the knees, lift the heels off of the earth, and start to gently walk both feet up towards the top of your hands, finding a forward fold. You can invite in a generous bend in the knees here, draping the torso over the thighs, maybe grab for opposite elbows and gently allow yourself to sway from side to side. Inviting in a decompression of the spine. Allow that head to hang heavy. Maybe it sways a little bit, yes and no. Slowly lower both arms down towards the earth. Maintain that bend in the knees, and on the next inhale, find a halfway lift, flapping through the spine. Lift the crown of your head. Exhale, fold. Next inhale, we'll rise all the way up, stacking one vertebrae on top of another. Coming up to a neutral version of mountain pose. On an inhale, draw your shoulders up by your ears, and exhale them down your back, squeeze them together. Broadening across your chest, across the heart. Noticing your feet, feeling the earth below it. Take a moment to reorient here in this space. To reconnect to your breath, to its rhythm. On the next inhale, sweep the arms overhead. And exhale, we'll fold through, forward fold. Inhale through that halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, fold. Place a bend in the knees so you can bring your hands to the earth and walk your feet back to that downward facing dog. Spreading through the fingers, press the hips up, press them back. Stay for an inhale. On the exhale, lift your right leg high, finding three-legged dog. Toes point down towards the earth. One more inhale here. Maybe lift that right leg slightly higher. And exhale as you step up between the hands, coming into a runner's lunge. Now right away, we'll drop down onto that left knee. Our torso starts to rise up. Bring the hands to the hips for a moment. Taking a moment to gently pull that right hip back. Pressing that left hip forward. Finding a squaring off of both of the hips. As you inhale, you'll sweep the arms overhead, biceps by the ears. And exhale, cactus the arms as you place a bend into the elbows. Gently lift the head, lift the heart. And then press the hips forward slightly towards the front of your mat. Slight rounding of the spine here. Stay for another inhale. Exhale, back to neutral. Beautiful, we'll do that again. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, cactus, and press the hips forward. Inhale, back to neutral. Last one, exhale, cactus press. Inhale to that neutral low lunge. And exhale, open twist to the right, guiding your right arm behind you. Both thumbs reach up towards the ceiling. Send your gaze back at the right thumb. Gentle squeeze of those thighs in towards one another. One more inhale here. And exhale, so you gently guide your right palm down by your left ankle here, my goodness. Reaching that left arm up and back. You can gaze up with the left thumb. Feeling an opening through the front line of the body. Take an inhale to fill that opening. And exhale back to the twist. That right arm starts to lift. Stay for an inhale. Exhale guides you back to center. Right arm reaches up. Low lunge. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Frame that front foot.
Go ahead and tuck your left toes under, lift that left knee, and simply step your right foot back, finding that downward facing dog. Taking a moment to reconnect to your breath, to reconnect to this moment. Seeing if you can slow it down just a little bit. Guiding our breath into a more parasympathetic, slower state of being. We'll find balance between the sides. As we inhale, we'll sweep that left leg high. And exhale, step between the hands. Finding a low lunge, drop that right knee towards the earth. Bring your hands to the hips, squaring them off. Gently peel the left hip back, press the right forward. And inhale, sweep the arms high. We know where we're going, same as the other side. Stay for that inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms down, press the hips forward, gentle lift of the heart. Inhale back to neutral, arms reach by the ears. And exhale, cactus and press. Inhale, low lunge, hips are neutral. Exhale, cactus press. Inhale, low lunge. And exhale, revolving twist to the left. Guiding the left palm behind you. Staring back at that left thumb. Squeeze those inner thighs towards one another. Finding space across the chest. One more inhale here. Exhale as you bring that left palm down by the right ankle. Reach the right arm high. Opening up across the front line of the body. Gazing up at the right fingertips. One more inhale here. Exhale back into that twist. Gazing over the left shoulder for one more inhale. Exhale, left arm reaches up back to neutral. Stay for your inhale, fingertips lift high. And exhale, frame that front foot. Tuck the back toes under, lift that right knee. Send your left foot back by the right. We'll take a round of cleansing breath here. Deep inhale. Open mouth, let it go. Gently lower both knees down to the mat. Walk your hands into the hips, rising up through the torso. Nice. And we'll enter a camel pose here. So a few different variations. First off, you want to tuck those toes under. And then you can bring the hands to the low back, fingertips face down towards the earth. Squeeze the elbows in towards one another. Should invite a little more opening across the chest. And you can stay just like this. Or maybe start to lean back a bit with the chest as you press the hips forward. You can drop your right palm to that right ankle. Maybe come back to neutral. And then drop that left palm to the left ankle. Playing around here, taking a moment to experiment. Perhaps taking that full version of camel, reaching back towards both heels. Gently peeling that heart open as you lift the head. Sending your breath to that space down the front of the throat. Feel it opening up. Feel it slowing down in the breath. One more inhale and exhale as you are. Make your way back to that camel. That chest starts to lift up, the hands at the low back. And then bring the palms down in front of you, untuck the toes, find a child's pose for a moment. Knees are together. Bring your arms by your sides for this child's pose. Drop your forehead down to the earth. Allow the spine to gently round. And breathe here. We invited in a little upregulating of the nervous system, a little bit of an elevated heart rate, elevated breath. Giving yourself a moment to allow everything to slow down, to settle. If your forehead is on the earth, maybe you gently rock it from side to side, drawing your attention to the ground. to that present connection of the body on the earth. Bring the palms underneath the shoulders and gently press yourself up. We'll enter our pranayama, or our breath work here, utilizing a little bit of humming to tone that vagus nerve. So you can stay where you are, sitting on the shins, or again, maybe grab a block, a blanket, anything you might need to be comfortable underneath your sit bones, perhaps sitting cross-legged. And the breath work we're going to practice today is called Bumblebee breath. So it's an inhale through the nose and a hum sound on the exhale. So before we begin, find your comfortable seat. I like to place one hand on the belly. You can place the opposite hand on the heart or even on the throat to really feel that vibration. We'll take just a round of cleansing breath together, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose to prepare for that humming sound. And hum on the exhale. Beautiful. We'll do this 8 more times. Deep inhale through the nose, expanding through the belly. Finding your own rhythm. Sensing your own vibration. Maybe playing around with the pitch. Do 4 more. Last 2, allow them to be very powerful, to move through you. Last one. Allow the hands to return to your lap. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Allow yourself to sit in the stillness, noticing how things have settled. Perhaps noticing any differences between the beginning of practice until now. If nothing's coming up, that's okay too. Knowing that this style of breathing is powerful. It's done its work. It's done its toning. Just giving yourself a moment to receive its benefits. We'll enter a couple restorative stretches before we make our way down to our guided meditation. If you're not sitting cross-legged already, go ahead and find a cross-legged position, crossing that right foot, right leg in front of the left. Grow tall in the spine here. Draw the crown of the head towards the ceiling. And then take one circle to the left.
Maybe allow the neck to get involved. Circle it back. Once you hit the point you began, go ahead and find a circle in the opposite direction, working through the torso. So grounding both hips down to the earth. Draw everything back to center, lift the crown of the head, and then extend your right leg out in front of you, flexing through the right toes. We'll inhale, sweep the arms overhead. And exhale, drop that right arm inside of the right thigh. That right elbow comes down to the earth. The left arm reaches up and it reaches towards the right toes. Nice. Gently peel that left shoulder back. Still lifting the heart. Stay for an inhale. And exhale, drop that left palm by the left thigh. Go ahead and lift the hips up. Right toes come down to the earth, right arm reaches high. You can take a circle of that right shoulder, allowing this to feel good, finding the movement in one direction, and then in the opposite. Next, inhale, that right arm reaches back towards the ceiling, and exhale, gently lower the hips down to the earth. Go ahead and gather that right leg in and switch off the crossing of the legs, crossing the left in front of the right this time. We'll inhale to find length through the spine. And exhale, find a circle, a rotation of the torso, gently pressing the chest forward. And rounding through the spine as you come back. And make your way to circle in the opposite direction. Come back to center, come back to that stillness. And then extend your left leg long out in front of you, flexing the left toes towards the sky. We'll inhale, sweep both arms overhead. Lateral side bend to the left, dropping that left forearm inside that left thigh, reaching up and out of the right fingertips. That right glute stays grounded. Another deep inhale through the right side body. And exhale, that right palm comes down by the right hip. Inhale, sweeping the hips high, toes press down to the earth, left arm reaches up. And maybe you find those arm circles once again, circling in one direction. And then the opposite. Next, inhale, that left arm sweeps back towards the ceiling. And exhale, the hips settle down. Gently go ahead and start to draw both knees in towards your chest. The soles of the feet plant towards the earth. Bring the hands to the knees and gently allow yourself to slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Once you find yourself flat on your back, gently hug the knees in towards the chest. You can guide the knees in some gentle circles. Taking any last movements you may need. Hug the knees into the chest in stillness once again. Maybe draw your forehead up to the knees for a deep inhale breath. Exhale, allow the feet to come to either corner of your mat, finding Shavasana. Gently wiggle your shoulder blades towards one another. Find a slight opening of your chest, of your heart. And you can lie like this, or perhaps place one hand on your belly, opposite hand on your heart. Finding that connection point with the body. Allow the eyes to close down or soften. Allow the body to become heavier and heavier. Feeling that connection of the earth below you, grounding you, supporting you. Allow yourself to soften through the face, to become heavier through the chest, through the hips, through the legs. And we'll enter a ventral vagal meditation. Our ventral vagal nerve is our connection point. It's where we find calmness. It's where we find ease. So with that one hand on the heart, maybe connecting to the breath. Start to invite in a feeling of warmth, of expansion. Begin to think of a loved one, a friend, a significant other, a family member, or even a pet. Call that person to mind, thinking about what you love about that person. Notice where this is showing up in your body. Rather than forming any emotions or thoughts, see how these feelings arrive within your body. Can you name it? Do you feel warmth, softness, a tingly sensation? Does this person feel expansive? Does it cause the body to radiate? Do you feel lighter? Take a moment to name what you feel. Savoring those sensations. Inviting in that stream of ventral vagal energy. Really connecting to those sensations, to the warmth in the body. Knowing that throughout the day, when things get busy, when thoughts arise, rather than thinking about this person, this place, maybe this thing, know that you can connect to these sensations in the body. Know they're always there for you when you need them. You can always tune into that warmth, that expansion, tingliness, whatever it is that you feel now. Allow yourself to settle deeper and deeper. Allow yourself to lie here and continue to rest, to receive. You're welcome to stay here as long as you like. Thank you for trusting me with your practice.